They right now look like very much the best ancient team. They made certain changes. They've seemed to adapt it to the new meta of it moving a bit more T side. So how did your review go of their previous games on it, and what have you been able to learn to try and be better this time around?
I think just like a big thing, like after that game, we just needed to have like a few practice games to get more used to it because before we came into this event, we didn't put too much attention into it, even though the map was changed. And I think that's obviously like our fault for not putting too much time into it, and we kind of maybe underestimated the change a little bit too much because I know with the CT side, like when you're with your spawns, you're more pushed back, so the Ts can end up in places where you wouldn't expect in terms of the previous version of the map. So the map is played somewhat a little bit more differently, and that's just something we didn't really adjust to really too well at the time. So right now, coming into this game, I think we're going to be more prepared.
Well, that's good to hear. And lastly, I want to touch on one thing. Back in the World Final, you were talking to me about you being more a supportive element for this team, but you are still a supportive element with like a huge skill ceiling, and you can still pop off at any point. So is you going to be the ultimate support for this year looking forward?
I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I believe just like I play like a lot of the anchor roles and all that, and pick up the slack that nobody really wants to play. But then again, it's still very important, just as important as maybe players playing in more important like rotator positions. At the end of the day, you just need to get your kills, and say that you got yours, and. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just going to do whatever my team needs me to do, and I'm going to give it my all. And if I'm underperforming, that's my fault, and that's my blame to take. And I need to make sure that I go into the next game doing better. And yeah,